mightily. You can take them out with a pebble. It's very difficult to get them to come back. But for Stromboli, it's pretty simple. Limit the chances Rogue has and take the ball away. Make them uncomfortable. That comes with stopping First Killer and Taroko on kickoffs. And with Turnturo moving up out of that third-man position, that is the danger of this fully utilized three-man roster. However, Stromboli have had a terrific run so far, and I don't think they want it to stop anytime soon.
And look at Alras rocking the dash car. Oh my goodness, such a beautiful. Hey, is he gonna score with it? He almost did. He's trying to do me proud.
You're just like me for real.
Oh man, I love that. But right now, Stromboli under some offensive pressure, and Alras will get this clear up to Kinsey as they try to move downfield here. Rogue been put on some testing shots, but so far from the opener, it's been pretty even in the first 45 seconds.
And these extra touches, these quick passes and shots, high velocity on that goal line are what will make Rogue uncomfortable and move them out of position. Alraz going to try to find the possession, but quickly shot back by First Killer. Kinsey can't get a clear and bumps First out of the way. Turnturo going to try to keep it up. And a roll down for Taroko. Gets the bad read, we'll call it that. And we extend down the field with Stromboli now on a chance on offense.
So First Killer, and you can even see it with that play, right? I think that was Kinsey. Knows First Killer's on the ball. If he can't get to the ball, he's trying to bump First Killer, but no! First Killer made Kinsey jump early, and Turnturo, this goal will just go right in.
What do you do against this? I mean, you got to just read that. If you can't, Godspeed, send a postcard. Turnturo finds the first one, and Rogue are off to an early start now. Is it a hot one? That's the question. How much will it last? And can Stromboli respond off the kickoff? Alraz gives away possession, and a quick shot down the field. Slow is there, but Turnturo circling in will get the demo, and the physicality now starting to kick up for Rogue.
So Shadow gets bumped by First Killer, and I mean, First Killer's the type of player you need a third eye on, if you can. As watching him, he is able to create some really good opportunities for Rogue to score alone, whether it's on ball or off ball. He's to constantly monitor what he's been doing. You saw what he did to Kinsey there, and then he demos him again. Again, try to give Rogue that space. He demos him again.
Oh,
now he's gonna turn, put a shot on. There's a bump on the play, but Alraz is there.
This is what scares me now. Jason's starting to pick up the demos, and he's just taking out defenders on the goal line. That means there's free room to move in the offensive third, and Rogue can get dangerous there. He's flying upfield, puts a shot towards the net, which Alraz doesn't have a great touch, and the connection almost comes in for Rogue, but the speed has been threatening, and Jason has a goal. The large man for First Killer finds it 2-0.
And look at this. First Killer takes this one up, goes straight off the ceiling. Look how fast he gets to the ceiling and back down to get the shot top left corner. What else can you say? It's First Killer. 2-0 Rogue.
That's the danger, man. The speed past middle field. It is difficult to deal with. Now, if you're looking at Stromboli, you got to slow this down, and it has to come through defensive clears. They've been unsuccessful with that, but finally, Alraz is able to find one, and now the offense can transition down, but you have to take the ball away from Rogue, and maybe Shadow will be able to punch this to the corner. He will do so. First Killer has to fall off the play. Turnturo coming out of net, and Taroko will circle back in. Very easy, lazy Susan defense. We've seen it 1,000 times. Alraz with a flip reset all the way down, but the challenge from Taroko stalls out, and the offense continues. But they just have not been able to find anything. Stromboli hunting for their first goal of the series.
Kinsey across to Alraz, almost found it just high. Follow up from Shadows off target. Alraz will just have to settle for that corner boost. Well, now he has to settle for 33. He just got demoed by First Killer. Kinsey with a strong win forces Taroko into a tough spot, but he gives it right back to Alraz, who tries to find the net, but just blocked out. Shadow will try. Oh my goodness, they keep hitting the woodwork. Can't find a goal. It's off the post into First Killer again. Stromboli's doing everything right. It's just when it comes down to the final shot, they just cannot find the accuracy.
I was expecting Shadow to jump that read and try to dunk the ball in, but instead he waits for the cross and Rogue take it away. So small instances where you can pre-read that field and get yourself in a chance to at least make a positive impact on the goal line. So far, Stromboli have just kind of been late to the party. Turnturo going to take it right off of First Killer's assist and a 1-2 give and go. Taroko now trying to pull his weight on the opposite end. And backed out to midfield. First Killer cutting it off. And that's the problem. As soon as Stromboli moved downfield, there's always someone from Rogue coming in to cut down the play. And Kinsey, again, just going to try to think twice about this engagement. Will get the ball away. Is there a pass there? Yes. Is there a save? Yes. And unfortunately, Stromboli still have not been able to find anything with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, That one's going to be knocked away, and Stromboli won't be able to grab too much here, as that one will be cleared downfield. First killer trying to give that to Taroko just to kill more time on the clock. And this one's going to be tough here. Stromboli so close to the mark, but just not finding it. As Kinsey will try to play this one straight down. Maybe RS can pick up a goal before regulation's done, but I doubt it. Rogue straight up dominated this game one.
Yeah, after those 2 goals, I mean, even that, just the metagame in between, it hasn't really been Stromboli's time. They have not been able to control the pace. It has been in their half, respectively. Kinsey carrying over, maybe one for the road, but first killer will save it. And with that, we will end this game. Game 1 goes to Rogue, and what was their game off the opening kickoff, and they never looked back.
Yeah, and you talked about, some of the goals that were scored there. First killer with 100% goal participation as well. I mean, the one with turn and getting the bump, or it wasn't even a bump. It was actually just first killer presence that scared Alras to jumping so early. Then after that, first killer just, shows you why you should be scared of him from that beautiful shot off the ceiling. I mean, that's great work from Rogue. And then after that, once you get a 2-goal lead like that, you can maintain it for the rest of the game if you just keep up the speed and play. That's exactly what they did. Stromboli, though, close opportunities, plenty of good counterattack drives downfield. Again, just struggling to find the mark.
I think the question for a lot of people with Rogue was just, how do they play against teams that are not in the top 4? Do they play professional Rocket League, or do they just play the will of the game? That has been something they have struggled with mightily. And so far, at least in this matchup, they are playing effective Rocket League. They're not making those same mistakes they were in the past couple of series, mistakes they were making in the grid. Things look much tighter. And that's been thanks to just the confidence that's been back on the field as Taroko gives it to Turo. And they can't find the first goal, and we clear it back out the other way, but we're still looking for the offense from Stromboli. It was not present in game 1. Maybe things change here in this game.
Yeah. It's not as if it was just gone either. They, like I said, very good drives upfield to where they created some good chances, but when it came down to finding those shots, I mean, there was probably 4 or 5 back-to-back shots that went off the post of the crossbar. And that's just something they need to clean up. Otherwise, I mean, they could have definitely made this game 1 so much more competitive as Iras tries to shoot, but Taroko there. Turo will play this one into the side, and you see Shadow here with the pickup looking for a way in, and first killer on top of it. And that first touch is always so good by him. Just completely launches the ball downfield.
And Stromboli were finding success with consistent touches at the Rogue defense. They were finding ways to get Rogue just a little bit out of position. Just move them out of the net. Simple as that. After that, though, whoa, what a touch from first killer. It won't go in, but that is the success for Stromboli. They need to continue to do so and just find ways to make 2 members of Rogue commit on the ball and move out of the net. They just need to take it away. I feel like, that's kind of just what we've been harping on for a while. But a lot of the times it comes down to pacing, and Stromboli have not been able to maintain possession.
It does come down to pacing, but also field awareness as well. Like, if you have first killer out to play because he's up front and he's going to still boost, then you can definitely play around that and try to strike before he even gets back in the net. And you just playing the numbers advantage. That's something that we see Stromboli try to do here and there, but they haven't necessarily, found that right formula. Everything has just been either, okay, this worked, or okay, we got to get back on defense. We gave away possession.
A pinch that leads way to a Rogue counterattack that has maintained itself. Shadow, no boost. Won't get the midfield either. Bumped off the play from Alres. And Taroko just circles back. Turo now with a chance. And high to the right of the post. Shadow will bring it back down to the ground. We'll stay down here with him. Taroko going to try to cut it off. Unsuccessful. And Shadow carrying all the way down. Is anyone else up for Stromboli? Surely Alres. Double tap off the ceiling. Triple looking for the backboard, but unsuccessful. And Taroko with a pinch down that just bullies his way upfield. And so much room to work with for Rogue, even though no one has scored yet. It has looked much better on transitions as Rogue have been taking the ball away.
It has. And seeing Rogue, take the ball away, what they do with it, I mean, a lot of it's just really just, high clears. They play off the high clears, or they play off an air dribble play or solo play. But it's also the reason why they haven't scored yet either, because we don't see first killer just running through the defense. Again, Stromboli doing a good job of taking time off the ball when he is on it. I think that's one of the reasons why we've been tied up until Kinsey shot. No, it's blocked out. Shadow tries to roll around it, looking for the angle, can't find it. Can outras? No, first killer respawns, makes another save.
When you need a powerful touch, you don't get it. When you need a slow roller, you don't get it. It just doesn't come at the right time. Stromboli desperately looking for a goal. That demo might help. That bump might help. But Alraz isn't there. Shadow to the side. Not on target. And Rogue, for the moment, will survive this assault on offense. Stromboli, again, have more chances than they can count. But they can't find the back of the net. And First Killer getting his way in front, disrupting the flow. Turn Turo off the back wall. Gonna give it right back to Alraz, who wins a 50. To the corner we go, excuse me, the sidewall, and grabbing full boost. First Killer off the ceiling. The pass to Taroko, not gonna be there. Almost bounces in, and would have been disastrous for Stromboli, but as good as it looks, for the time that Stromboli have maintained possession, they have not been able to find the goal.
Straight down. This one has been back and forth here. Level of play is completely sped up here. We get into the final 40 seconds. So Alraz to Kinsey. Kinsey, oh, you can tell he really wants to find his mark, but he hasn't been able to do so. But possession still in favor of Stromboli as Alraz gets that one in. Straight down. Kinsey scores, and Stromboli take the lead with 30 seconds left.
We talked about it all series. This is what you need to do if you're Stromboli. Get Rogue out of the goal line and find ways to find those offensive rebounds for extra possessions. That's all it's needed. And they find their first goal. Finally, the teamwork comes through. The pass is there. And they take advantage of the Rogue dispersion on the line. 1-0. Can they hold on for 30 seconds? Will Rogue tie it up? Taroko putting it towards the net, and Shadow, a dangerous carry around. You saw the same thing. And the flip downfield buys them some time.
Yeah, now Shadow to Alraz. Can't find the goal. They're being very aggressive here in the final 10. Turo looking for the carry. Kinsey pre-jumps, but Turin played it low. This is Shadow. There's Taroko there, but Taroko knocks away in space. Kinsey will try to put this one up, but here come Rogue. Taroko shot. No! Not high enough. Stromboli take game 2.
Was that a little bit harder hit, had a little bit more velocity, or was he further upfield? You're probably looking at a tie game. But Stromboli weather the storm. They stay involved. All the chances that went by the wayside, they respond appropriately in the final minute, and they find that goal that has eluded them in this series. Kinsey with the first. 4 shots for Kinsey, 4 for Alraz. But if you also notice, yes, you had a lot of saves from Taroko and Turo on First Killer. But Turo, that third man who so confidently will move up just to run point when First is out of the play, Turo had no shots in that entire game. That is how you limit this Rogue offense. You destabilize that third man back and keep them from facilitating to one another.
That's the biggest thing too. You know, Stromboli in terms of keeping that possession up. Rogue were out of space, and when they're out of space, you know, sometimes they get a little desperate. I mean, First Killer got demoed, I want to say almost like 4 times that game alone. And it was just, you know, that lack of space. And now we see, look at this confidence coming out from Stromboli in the opener as everyone commits on that play and it moves downfield. A transition will come out for Rogue only momentarily. But these carries, every time someone's on top of that, at least one person from Rogue is getting beat. They haven't been able to challenge those.
All it takes is one goal. What a touch from Turo, almost able to find the first one. And that's the mindset for Stromboli. Alraz very closely keeping that ball on the bare of his chest, just trying to work upfield and act like no one's going to see him. Shadow with a nice split, but Taroko will get the easy save, and the demo leads way to a power play for Stromboli, but unfortunately they're on the other end of the field where they'd like to be, as Alraz clears it from the backboard, intercepted by Turo, kept up to First Killer, but First Killer again will leave off on the play. Kinsey looking for the redirect, and Taroko comes out of nowhere and steals that ball away.
Turin, gotta be careful here. First Killer waiting midfield. There's the pass to him. Alraz read it perfectly. Solid touch to the side, but now Turn's gonna trap it in the corner. He's working through it, but he can't get it past Alraz once again. First Killer says, enough of this. I'm done. Gets a demo. Pitch straight to Taroko. Flip reset, but can't get behind it. Turin will. First goal of the game goes for Rogue.
First shot in 2 games, and finally the third man back gets his time. Taroko does enough to extend, and Turo, when First Killer's off the play, Turo will run point. He's going to come up and try to be the first man up on initials, and he gets the pass, he connects, and he gets the shot for the goal. 1-0 lead for Rogue, and filling your slots appropriately, playing your roles so the team can eat respectively. Well done by Rogue on that goal.
Kinsey looking for an equalizer. First Killer with a great save there off the bar. And this will be Taroko. Rogue clearing that ball out and trying to build off of the 1-goal lead that they've gotten. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left here in game 3. Whoever wins puts the series on match point. You can't count Stromboli out just yet. They've been fighting all series long, and they get an open net off a whiff from Taroko. Shadow will just roll it right in.
And this response from Stromboli is something that, again, they were lacking in this series. Now it's just turning around, and the execution in that lower third, recognizing the position, understanding the field, knowing where you are, and that spatial awareness. Great job by Shadow to tie it up. And Daz, when you talked about it last game, just kind of field awareness, knowing what you need to do. And it looks like the physicality is being able to, or the physicality is starting to come out in full force for Stromboli. Not only that, but they're starting to recognize they have chances in small avenues on this field where they can find some positive effectiveness on the field.
Yeah, you talk about those positives, right? And you're looking at what Stromboli have been doing. It's getting even Rogue to try to commit towards the demos. Right now, this is a tough spot for first killer. He can't commit because Turn was still stuck in the net. He tried to flip out and got hit right into the post. So it does buy some time for Stromboli to move upfield. But here's the 1-2 straight to Taroko. I like the fake. Gets the flick, but Kinsei gets it high. Then he also plays it over first killer. Looked for the ground pinch, but it'll be Shadow that'll help clear it away. That's a transition that will work out for Rogue. But 2 minutes 20 left. Anybody's ball game. It really does. As awkward as some of these transitions have been and how possession is swapped, you can really tell both of these teams are turning up the speed.
Well, look at where Alraz and Kinsei have been playing for the last minute. Alraz has been far upfield overextending, and Kinsei filled in the exact same spot. They have been waiting for one bad redirect, one long clear, and the connection from Alraz. That is why they had pushed up so far, and that is why they were overextending. This play is perfect from Stromboli.
Taroko trying to clear it out, but he clears it straight into Stromboli. First killer hits a double commit. He has no idea where the ball's going to go. And Alraz plays it just past him. 1 goal lead for Stromboli. We got a minute 50 left. Oh.
Plenty of time. Only a 1 goal game. Oh, first killer might get lucky though. Taroko, adjacent side, Turo for a shot. Saved easily to commit, but now 2 will bunch up on Turtle defense almost with a punch down. And if you're Rogue, you need to kind of execute on the same standard. Taroko, perfect. He's a sniper from distance, and he always finds a way to sneak it in.
This is the bread and butter for Rogue. You see Taroko, give him the ball. As he slams that into the top right. Tied up ball game, like you say. Rogue bounce back quickly.
Don't let Turo get free space in an open look. He'll pull up from 14 feet. It doesn't matter. If you're Stromboli, put pressure on the ball and keep challenging Rogue. It's been working. Tie game. Shadow extending, bumped off. Turo can't get there in time, so we go to the corner, and possession for Stromboli maintains itself as Kinsei has no boost, but a dream back down, and Alraz circles back for boost. Now comes up on the play. Kinsei on the opposite side of your screen. Keep an eye on him as Alraz goes for the flip reset, and Shadow will punch it up. We go to the ceiling. Shadow going to keep it down, try to fake it out of the defender, but Rogue get the clear, and they get the breakaway.
So now Rogue, they get the breakaway, but what do they do with it? Taroko will just push that one towards the net. And look at Alraz, quick on top of that one. Turin does win the 50 to Rogue, though, trying to turn up the pace. Stromboli's matching their speed, but it's only a matter of time before one of these teams makes a mistake, and that mistake could cost the game.
It's a great shot from Kinsei. Just getting first killer falling back towards the net. You take him out. Now he has little boost. And Taroko can try to move it upfield. We'll keep it alive. Kinsei circles back in. Turo was looking for the demo, and Turo just plays it to the corner. There's a shot, wide and high, careens to the opposite side where Alraz will meet it, and kept up and punching it up as Rogue are fighting for their life on defense, but first killer to Taroko. They get the call to cross in. Taroko with the extension, but Shadow was there with 12 seconds to go.
Time ticking down. Ball in the midfield. It'll be Kinsei. He goes up to slam that downfield. First killer meets it. And this one looking like it's going to hit the ground. Overtime to see who between Rogue and Stromboli will put this series on match point.
Starting to feel like V1, aren't we? Kinsei going to go to the backboard. Bumped off. First killer leaving way for Turo to come up. And Turo reads it perfectly. First killer again, staying involved in the play, and now Alraz is hunting for the demo. Here comes the offense for Stromboli, but a great touch from first to just clear it out and buy the defense some time to advance, read the field, and move through those progressions as Kinsei finds the demo onto the third man back. Alraz going to circle in with Shadow. Shadow going to get the call. First killer moves up, and Turo is there. Where's Taroko? Probably on the opposite side. Turo can't get it over Alraz, and again, we kill the ball to the corner.
This is a level of speed and gameplay that you want to see from top teams in North America. That being said, Stromboli, who's a qual team, keeping up with Rogue, but that's a dangerous spot. Kinsey able to get the save. First killer tries to leave for Taroko, can't get around the defense. This one will be Alras carrying it out. Stromboli's chance to counterattack. Dunk out in front. Awkward spot. First killer opts to go for the clear. He had two on the back wall. Shadow, that one drops straight down. Good win from First. Turin plays it up. First finishes! And Rogue take game 3.
It looked like it was going to be this exact same play just 30 seconds before, but Turo running point as First comes up from the back line and First meets the challenge and the angle. Perfect upper 90 shot, 3-2 win in OT, and Rogue will have the 2-1 series lead, meaning Stromboli are knocking on death's door of this bracket. Will they get sent home? But going into game 4, Azarin, it still feels like this series could go the distance, could go to OT each and every game. You had 3 shots for Kinsey, and Shadow had a monstrous game across the board, but they were able to match the pace, and Stromboli showing much more resolve than I expected in this series.
Yeah, seeing Stromboli play up to Rogue has been, I mean, so wild to see, right? You talk about the level and speed that Rogue is coming out. Lots of demos on field. Kinsey, a monster of managing all of this because he's the one that's getting the most demos in the backfield while also playing on top of the ball. Stromboli's rotations are fantastic, but when it comes down to it, Rogue, at least in game 3, we're just a little bit faster on that last drive. Now we go into game 4 to see whether or not Stromboli's runs in here, or can they force that 5th game that I think we're all waiting to see.
I would love to see Game 5 OT. Give me the golden goal. But the last time Rogue was on Coliseum, they scored pretty much at will. And First Killer wants that same kind of vibe. Here comes Taroko, and there's the first goal for Rogue. And that's the danger. When Rogue get ahead, you have to stop that freight train. Sometimes you got to pull the emergency brake. And for Stromboli, it has to come through the offense. They need to regain possession and find ways to move down the field as a team.
So Rogue get a quick one here in the first 15 seconds. But will they start scoring at will? It's up to Stromboli to answer that question. See how that defense is being handled. Right now, Kinsey gets a strong demo. It's going to force First Killer back. And we see Stromboli moving up. Here's Alras, 50, but that gets away from everyone, as no one was expecting that. That's going to roll back into the orange corner where Shadow will pick it up. Stromboli on defense, now looking to transition. Kinsey with the solo play. Will he be able to get this past First Killer? He tries to actually bump First Killer, but First cleared it towards Shadow. This one in that blue half, and Rogue again will be able to move downfield. No real threat of a shot though. A lot of off-field bumps and boost steals have been making this one a very tough one to kind of gauge where everything's going.
Almost a dangerous angle. And now it comes down to can you corral the ball on weird pinches and clears? How well do you do in recovery? Taroko underneath, no boost. Turo, last man back, will pop it up. The challenge from Stromboli continues to put pressure in the blue half. Here's a chance to slow. Kinsey successful.
Shadow.
Here comes Shadow to commit for Rogue. And the defense for Rogue looking a little bit worrisome, but they still clear it out. And First Killer 1v3 down the field. Can't finish the play, but he buys time for Turo and Taroko to find their footing. And Taroko puts another shot towards the net.
Well, you got to be careful. First Killer is looking to jump for anything. Turo plays this one into the corner. So Shadow will be able to pick it up, and that corner boost has been all Rogues. They picked up the last couple. Meanwhile, First Killer says, I will just control this entire game by myself if I need to. Just give me boost and give me the ball. As he's on top of that one. Turin, is that on top corner? Alras, no! It's an own goal!
That's pain. That's pain. You know what he was going for. We all know what the plan was. You can't do that. That one, you just got to hit the hard regain and go right back like it's 1-0. You need to start picking up the intensity a little bit, but that is hard to watch.
My goodness. Now it seems like Stromboli, this next minute is going to decide whether or not they can shake that one off. They're down by 2. We're approaching a halfway point here in game 4. And Stromboli trying to get things back up to the right speed. Taroko play out. Double commit comes through. And an open look. Pass. 1-2. Toodaloo. Turo makes it 3-0.
Woo woo, 3-0. This one's getting close, and by close, I mean we're about to end this game because 3-0, Rogue are looking like they have complete control for Stromboli. It's been all downhill after that own goal. They give up some easy pressure on their own side of the field. Kickoff win for Rogue, but Kinsey's extended. Does he have a chance? Yes. Will it land? No. To the corner we go. Now you're looking just for a response. You need something. The hardest points to score in any sport are the first ones. How do you respond if you're Stromboli? You need a goal. You need to block the ball away from Taroko, and you need to take it away.
That being said, what we're asking from Stromboli is to find lightning in a bottle. They have not been able to score 3 goals in a game this series, and I expect that of them here. It's again, really put it all out there, but this may be a chance. Alraz will score, bringing this into a 2-goal deficit.
Just 1 goal at a time. You have plenty of time on the clock, and Rogue will continue to make those defensive mistakes. That double commit just doesn't even clear the ball, gives it right back to Stromboli. And if you're Stromboli and you can rethrow those progressions and find the defensive errors in the back line, you have a chance in this game. It is not over, but the intensity needs to continue, and the sustained offense in the blue side, Dazra, needs to maintain.
All right, because now at this point, you're starting to look at drives, and if there's any team that can kill momentum, it's Rogue. These guys able to just, take down some of the best defenses in the league. But right now, they're sitting with a 2-goal lead with 1:30. Trying to stop Stromboli from coming back. But what does Stromboli have to say about it? As this one goes straight to Kinsey. Dangerous touch, gives it straight to first killer. Pinches straight mid. You can see Turin, he's expecting it to go straight to him. But again, possession given up. Taroko trying to end it there with that goal. But still a 2-goal game as we approach the final minute. There's a demo. There's the goal. And that's the dagger.
That cheeky demo from First Killer. As soon as he leaves off on the ball, just do your job. Make sure Turo has an easy look at the net. 1:07 to go, 4-1. And I hate to tell you, but I think this one might be done. There's plenty of time, sure, but we're going to need to see a complete 180 from Stromboli, and it's got to come from stopping First Killer. It's not going to happen, and he just ends it with himself.
Look at this. First Killer goes up, plays it high, jumps off the ceiling, boosts straight down into the ball. And he does it as if it's a free play session. That's his first goal of the game, by the way. He's sitting with 4 assists. So still 100% goal participation from First Killer as per usual. And Rogue, who, it looked like they were playing a close game with Stromboli all series long. They have straight up controlled game 5 or 4, my bad.
Stromboli had an incredible run this weekend. This was really the weekend of the underdogs. You look at Charlotte, you look at Exet, you look at RBG, you look at Stromboli. It should tell you everything you need to know about the strength of the bubble scene in Rocket League and the strength of rosters coming together with fringe players who finally find a good group of 3 and the ability for them to compete against some of the best in Rocket League. This has been a great weekend for underdogs, but sometimes the underdog just isn't good enough. Rogue will be able to take the series 3-1. We won't see a game 5, and they'll win it 5-1 here on Coliseum.
So GG's coming out, but Rogue are going to move on to the playoffs, which is per expected, and we will see how Rogue handle the rest of the weekend. Like you had said, good work done from Stromboli. They kept it close all the way until this last game. Wow, what a day here, especially. You talk about Rogue coming in. They played a close series against E United, but they definitely looked in form towards the end of the series.
No, they really did. And again, it just it shows the testament to Rogue being able to fix those mistakes and continue to change their playstyle to suit the needs of the game. But even just looking at Stromboli, what they were able to accomplish so far in this tournament, right? There's a lot of experience that still needs to be had and a lot of changes that needs to be made, at least on offense. But the fact that they took Rogue to 4 games and Stromboli were consistently even in 3rd place in their group, which